So let me just briefly talk about this, with Luka Doncic, who is currently a Laker. I know that a lot of people have been getting on him for a couple of things. One, he is just overly complaining to the refs every time he gets, the basket does not get a call, expecting and ones all the time. And another thing too is that one play where I think it's both him and LeBron, honestly, that either one of those guys should have driven to the hole. Whether it's Luka or LeBron, I thought either one should have just, whether you had a good look at a three or not, take it to the damn hole. You're only down by one, man. You're only down by one. Just get a freaking layup. Or at the very least, a mid-range shot. Well, that's today's NBA, man. It's all about threes and, layups and, just freaking in this scenario, just get to the hole, dude. Get a layup or a floater. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but a lot of people have been getting on Luka that it was more of his fault that, he didn't, he was supposed to take that shot. I think it was both him and LeBron, let's be honest. At least from what I see. So anyways, I just want to say that I'm going to look at this from like in a very simplistic matter. And I don't know if it's just like, as soon as this tour of Luka just getting, blamed now, obviously if you're playing on a team with LeBron, you're going to end up being the scapegoat no matter what, right? It's happened with some of LeBron's other teammates that were all-stars, right? I will say this, though. Just look what's happened in Dallas. It's been chaos since Luka got traded. That was once upon a time, the most shocking sports trade in the history of sports, or if you want to just say history of basketball, right? History of the NBA. Look what's happening now. Yeah, Cooper Flag is rising, but look who's no longer there. AD, who was always injury prone. Yeah, Davis got traded to the Wizards not that long ago, just before the trade deadline. And now you you don't have the GM anymore, Nico Harrison. So, I think this would be a great opportunity, and I'm being serious when I say this. I think this will be a great opportunity for Luka to go back to Dallas, because one, you don't have to deal with that same GM that supposedly worked that trade, right? And for me, I think that I know for sure the Mavs fan base still wants him back, because right now that team is just completely suffering, and I know Kyrie is not there for I guess the entire season, as it was originally planned after he suffered that ACL injury, right? But I think for me, and I'm serious when I say this, I think Luka should just find a way to go back to Dallas. If because now it just seems like I just feel bad that that he has to take the blame. And look, I mean, he does deserve some blame, but he can't just be he's not warranted to be a scapegoat like that. But unfortunately, anytime you play with somebody like LeBron, then for the most part you're going to be the scapegoat, right? I mean, no matter who you are, whether you're a role player or an all-star. But let me say this. If LeBron comes back next season, it ends up coming back to the Lakers, and find out in the offseason if he does. If he does, go back to Dallas. Yeah. Find a way to get yourself back over there, because I know for sure to this day the fan base is desperate. Is trying to sign a petition to want you back. That's what I would do. Once upon a time, he was in the finals. And I think it was just 2 years ago. And once upon a time, he was in the conference finals, right? So, I think he'll get his spirit back when he's in Dallas. The Mavs did have another perennial all-star, to their franchise after Dirk retired. So, this will be a great opportunity for Luka and Cooper Flag to team up. Since now AD's not even there, and Klay Thompson will probably have a reason to stay. But who knows? I'm kind of wishing that Klay would go back to Golden State, because it seems like Jordan Poole, from what I heard, he was waived by the Pelicans. So maybe he will end up going back to Golden State. But if I were Jordan Poole, wait for Draymond to go, then he'd go back. All right? Because otherwise, he's still gonna play like crap, after what he went through with Draymond in that one, was it preseason. So yeah, I would wait until he's gone officially. But yeah, man, I do hope Luka can if things don't work out for him, and in Lakerland, just go back to Dallas. And without AD being there any longer, then you can go back to Dallas and be the one-man show again over there that everyone wants. And I'm pretty sure they would, ticket prices can go up. So go for it, man. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.